Let's come down onto our backs, back into Supta Baddha Konasana. We're starting our mornings with that pre-production. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open wide. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Just really allowing your body to fall neutral before we start playing with these concepts of duality. So let yourself be that neutral, soft sponge. Tailbone falls heavy, back of the head, back of the shoulders. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Take a little rock from side to side, wiggle your toes, roll your ankles, fingers and wrists. A gentle twist to start. Open up your arms wide. 2 ways to do this, really, if you want a little, you know what, we're going to do the core work. So pressing the hands into the floor, flex your feet. If you like, you can bring a block between your thighs. This makes it slightly easier. Opening up your arms nice and wide. Good. Breathe in. As you exhale, squeezing your legs, slowly start to let your legs fall over to the right. We're going to hover 1 inch above the floor. Use your inhale to press your top hip down and away from you. We hold 3, 2, release all the way down to the floor. Remove the block if you have it there, or if you like. Inhale, we get nice and long. Exhale, belly to spine, we twist. Eyes shift towards the left. Press your top hip down and away from you. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Press your palms down into the floor. Glue your legs together. Inhale, right up through center. Nice. Exhale. We slowly go over to the left for 5, 4, 3. Hover 1 inch above the floor. We hold 3. We hold 2. Come all the way down to the mat. Unravel. Inhale, press your top hip down and away from you. Exhale, belly to spine, twist. Again, deep breath in. And big breath out. Pressing your palms down into the floor. Activate your thighs. Muscle hugs bone. Make 1 juicy leg and inhale up through center. Nice. Grabbing your yoga block. Bringing the block onto the thighs. So not on top of the knees, but above the knees on the thigh. Grabbing 1 hand behind the head, connecting. Other hand behind the head, connecting. If you're having a hard time, if this is too much for you and too much of a stretch, you're just going to press your forearms into the block. Okay. But I like to hold behind my head because it helps me just cradle and relax my neck a little bit more instead of cranking it. So, duality abs, one of my favorite things to do. If you know these, and they're not your favorite thing to do, but they're really good for you, okay? So you're gonna grab. Now you wanna bring equal pressure into the block on both ends. So your legs are squeezing in, your knees are squeezing in, your elbows are squeezing in. Take an inhale. As you exhale, imprint your low back further into the mat and see if you can float your tailbone just a little bit higher. You'll start to feel the abs activating. Breathe in. As you exhale, press your elbows forward and try to line up your knees right over top of the hips. From here, breathe in. As you exhale, kick your right leg forward, maintaining that imprint. They don't have to go low here. Trust me, you're going to feel it. Bring it back in, reset, shoulders lift high. Switch for 2. Nice. And in. 3. And in, lift. 4. In, lift. 5. In, lift. 6. In, lift. Don't drop the blocker. We start over. I see you. 7. And in. I'm not even looking at you when I see you. Switch. 8. In. Don't give up. I know they're hard. Lift. Almost there. 9. And in. You don't even have to drop the leg that low. 10. It can be up to the sky. And in. Nice. Release. Hug your knees into your chest. Whew. Little rock side to side. Start to rock and roll up and down your mat. And when you're ready, find your way into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So take a second to work it out. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Yo, Erica's ready this morning. She's taking those vinyasas right away. Getting into it. Start to work it out. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Inhale, high to both tiptoes. Roll your sit bones a little bit higher. Melt your heart a little bit closer. Keep your heels and your tailbone high. Bend your knees, turbo dog. Press forward, high plank and pause. Hold, elbows wrap back, arms hug into the midline. Set it up, hips and shoulders same height. 3, 2, right toes float up, inhale, 1 inch. Heart presses forward, heel presses away. 2 opposite and opposing actions from the belly button. Push and pull, 3, 2, release and switch. Float the left toes. Press into the fingertips, wrap the elbows back, hug the arms into the shoulder sockets. 3, 2, drop the toes, inhale, up and back, downward facing dog, deep breath in. Big breath out to draw back. Right hand grabs the outside of the left leg anywhere. It can be thigh, shin, or ankle. Your heels can be lifted, your knees can be soft here, and I actually prefer that at the beginning, because I find with a little bit of a bend in the knees and a little bit of a lift in the heels, you're actually going to be able to use those thighs more to pull the hips up and back through space rather than just relying on that bottom arm, the left arm. Pull the front of the right hip crease back as you twist and look underneath left arm. 3, 2, high plank. Drop your knees. One chaturanga, but we're going down, up, slow. Down, and up. High plank, down dog, switch. Left hand grabs outside of right leg anywhere. Just not the knee joint, please. Grab something that's solid. Pull the front of the left hip crease back. Roll the sit bones high. Twist. 3, 2, move back forward. High plank. Drop your knees if you like. 1 time down, up, down dog. Hands to feet, back edge of the mat. Grab opposite elbows and hang. Give your head a shake, yes. Give your head a shake, no. Stay here or hands to the floor. You can take a couple leapfrogs, couple handstand hops. Halfway lift. Excuse me, flat spine. Good, exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Halfway lift. Shoulder blades squeeze, collarbones wide. Expand the spine just by using your breath, using your arms. Press away from the shins. Exhale to fold. Walk yourself out, downward facing dog. Inhale, we move forward, high plank. Chaturanga, low plank. All the way down to the floor, release. We lift up cobra, 3. And down. Back up for 2, inhale. This is your time. You're warming up, you're feeling it out. How do you need to meet yourself today? Exhale, release. Inhale, we lift up cobra. And on the subject of duality, one of my favorite teachers used to say at the beginning of practice, try to meet yourself with the opposite of your tendency. So if your tendency, slowly release, press back, child's pose. So if your tendency is to kind of be like racehorse out of the gate, going hard, going fast, maybe today you challenge yourself by asking yourself to take it slow, to not do the most, to not push the hardest. And in the opposite, if you're someone who's likes to be like is type B, you know, like you're relaxed, everything's chill, everything's good, you really take your time, you move super slow. Maybe today you meet yourself with just a little bit more fire. And that is how we create ourselves to be well balanced, is to not fall into our favorites all the time or to fall into what we're good at all the time. We have to turn our eyes to those uncomfortable kind of gray areas that are waiting for us to cultivate. As you inhale, round and curl. Tuck your toes, down dog. Meet me at the top of your mat. Walk, jump, or float there. Up to you. Big toes touch. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a seat. We get lower. We get lower. Inhale to stand. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step it back high. Chaturanga, slow and low. Hold, don't rush out of it. Inhale, up dog, watch out. Don't go past 90. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out, draw back. Inhale, high to tiptoes, look forward. Bend your knees, walk or jump your feet to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Utkatasana, chair pose. We get lower. We get lower. Inhale to stand, reach up, look up. Maybe a back bend. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step back, opposite foot. High plank to low. Inhale up. Exhale back. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, high to tiptoes, look forward, bend the knees, walk or jump your feet to meet your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in.